The Western New York Regional Education Center for Economic Development has been bringing together leaders in business, industry, education, and government for worker training and community progress for over 30 years. Designated by the State Education Department to coordinate employment and training programs across the state, the Western New York Center serves Erie, Niagara, Chautauqua, Cattaraugus, and Allegheny counties. Join us now for Target Success with your host, Gerald Wolfgang.
Welcome to Target Success. Our weekly cable television show brings us guests from the fields of education, business, government, and economic development. Today we have with us Kathy Saunders. Kathy is the Director of Admissions at Niagara County Community College. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you.
Our session today is going to be certainly about enrollment and deal with enrollment at Niagara County Community College. It seems the number of students graduating from high school has declined over the past several years, and it's done that all over the United States. One, because of less students in the schools, and certainly people deciding that they were not going to be going on after high school to college. Now, as this population has decreased, certainly colleges are looking at their numbers and they want to deal with the decline. Tell us about that.
Well, there is declining demographic both amongst the high school population, and that's expected to continue through 2019. And there's a decline in the demographic in folks that live in our county. So we have to do a better job at recruiting those that are still here. We do that in a variety of ways. We are able to help students right out of high school come into the college and transfer after they've done their 2-year programs here. We are also able to help those students who aren't quite ready for college by preparing them for college level courses, and CCC offers a variety of pathways to attaining a college education. For adult students, we also offer programming that is geared toward direct employment after they finish, or they too can transfer so if they choose, but a lot of adult students are seeking programs that they can become employed after. So we have a broad spectrum of students that we're serving in a variety of ways. Our tagline is the smart place to start, and we really believe in that. We believe that it's a smart place to start for any age student and for whatever that student's goals are, whether that's to transfer to 4-year school or to become employed after they finish with us.
The college has a website, and I'm sure you're very much involved with the development of what it has to do for admissions and what are the programs. How could someone be able to get to that website and maybe a phone number to get further information?
Absolutely. Our website is www.niagaracc.suny.edu. And the college phone number, should one choose to reach us that way, is area code 716-614-6222.
And they could just ask for admissions, or they could ask certainly for information concerning coming to Niagara County Community College.
Absolutely. We'd be happy to help them.
All right, since the college is working on trying to deal with this decline, they also are being very objective in trying to plan for the future. So to do that, they've designed some different enrollment strategies that will meet the goals of NCCC for future students. And I think we're going to talk about that with some of the questions I'm going to ask, or at least ask you to discuss about that.
Okay.
You have an event called the Comeback Event. Tell us about that.
Well, the Comeback Event is designed for students who have attended NCCC in the past. For whatever reason, they may have stopped out, perhaps family obligations, job obligations. There's a variety of reasons why students can't start and finish the first time. So what we do is we enable those students to come back to the college. We provide a one-stop enrollment event for them. They can come in, they can speak with an advisor. We talk to them about completing their certificate or degree program. We test them if need be. We assist them with financial aid. We advise them and register them, and we can do all of that within about 2 to 3 hours. So that's very helpful, especially to those who have attended before and are most likely an adult population, therefore need a little bit of flexibility.
Well, that certainly is a good area, because I imagine you have students, adult students who've come in who might have left in the females to have raised families. You have people who've come in who might have been sick for a semester.
Yes.
And might have had a problem with finances, that they had to continue working to get some more funds to be able to pay for more future college. So that's a great way to bring them back and introduce them back to certainly your programs.
Yeah, the event has been very successful. It's been very well received, and we're able to help students complete their degree programs, and then that leads to employment. So, and that's really what it's all about, is we're here both to help the students complete their educational goals and to help the community to fill those job openings that exist.
Another, let's say, program that you have is called the Fast Track Enrollment Events. Tell us about those events.
Those actually are very similar to the comeback event in that they allow students to come in and they can be admitted, apply for financial aid, receive advisement, and then register for courses, prior to leaving for the day. So it's a one-stop enrollment situation. The difference from comeback is that it's for all ages, and it's for anyone who wants to attend NCCC, so they don't have to be former students.
Okay, that's very interesting, because then they could dedicate the time to a certain area and be able to get the coursework done and maybe go out right away and get a better position.
Exactly.
Which is very, very good. Then I think you've created an interesting one. It's called the Niagara County Community College Overnight Experience.
Yes, this is a brand new program that we've started, and what prompted this program is the fact that we have student housing now. And we've actually been recruiting students from across New York State. So what we've done to allow these students to come and see the campus, experience student life here, and take care of their enrollment needs is we created an event called the NCCC Overnight Experience. We invite students that reside greater than a 50-mile radius. We invite them to come to campus and to spend the night here. We do a lot of social activities. The first evening, we take them on a tour of Niagara Falls so that they can see the area that they'll be living in for the next couple years. Obviously, we show them housing because that's where they stay the first evening. And then the second day of the event, we concentrate on that one-stop enrollment functionality. Again, we admit them financial aid, advisement, registration, whatever they need to be able to start their classes in September.
Well, that is really very, very interesting. Is there a cost to that overnight?
There is not a cost to that. We take care of the accommodations because we have student housing here. And then the tour is provided by our staff. We do feed students a meal. We have a special program for parents who would like to join their students. Again, that's provided by staff. So the cost in relation to the benefit from the enrollment that we gain is very minimal.
Now, you also have a program, I guess this would be brand new, and it's called Virtual College Fairs.
Yes. We actually participate in these virtual college fairs. There are several vendors throughout the country and actually globally that offer colleges the opportunity to build a virtual booth on their sites, on their websites, and then they promote the fact that you're there for students to come and visit. And it's actually a very neat way that they do that. So they visit a virtual booth, they are offered online chats with our staff. There are links available through the virtual booth so that they can visit our website, they can gain program information, financial aid information. They can click a button that will allow them to apply for admission immediately. We do about 5 to 7 of these a year. and they are very fruitful. We have a lot of prospective students that go through these college fairs and ultimately register with the college.
So this is done in conjunction with other colleges, I would take it. It's not just in Niagara County Community College. And the students have a choice of which one they want to watch, or they pick and choose, or do they watch all of them?
They can pick and choose. They can go in and out of these virtual booths as they feel the need to. They really can navigate the entire website, and there's usually about 70 or 80 colleges on the website when these college fairs are offered. Some of the college fairs are asynchronous, and that means that students can visit a booth at 2 o'clock in the morning. The majority are synchronous, so they are from, a starting and an ending time. However, they can reach us at any time, night or day, through our email addresses that we provide. It's very beneficial for students because they can very quickly and very easily learn about the various college options that they have. So we are strategic in how we build our booth. We make it very attractive. We also always have it staffed with one of our admission staff people, so that if a student has a question, we can immediately answer their question.
Let me ask a question related to this. If I was Joe's student and I lived in Oswego, New York, how do I find out, number one, about this virtual tour of colleges, and how do I connect to it?
Well, the companies, the vendors that actually promote the college fairs, they purchase mailing lists of high school students. They purchase mailing lists and email addresses of folks who have begun and not finished college education. And so when we pay to be part of a cyber college fair, the cost includes promotion of the event, and that's very helpful to us because vendors who put on these events have resources to do the promotion. They outreach to every college student, every high school student in New York State and northern Pennsylvania, for instance. They do outreach to international students, veterans, minority students. Several of these virtual college fairs actually focus on target populations. So one of them, for instance, that we participate in is international. So we are out globally to prospective students. The vendor promotes globally to these students to let them know when and where they can get the information. Again, they're very well attended, so the vendor is doing their due diligence in promoting them and driving students to the website.
What are your response percentages or contacts? How do you evaluate them, and what are the numbers? Are they good numbers, et cetera?
Well, we get approximately, a small fair would be at least 250 inquiries, which means that a student visited our booth and completed their name and address and said, I want more information from you. I'm interested. And that's a pretty good percentage for a one-day fair. Other fairs are, better attended because they're more appealing, perhaps, to a student. The high school fairs are very well attended. The international fairs are a little less attended. We might get 100 or 150 leads from those fairs. Veteran fairs, probably about 80 to 100 leads from those.
That's really very, very interesting. Now, another virtual tour would be just a virtual college tour, different from the fair one.
Yes, I'm very excited about this. The college has implemented a virtual campus tour. And this campus tour will be housed on our college website. It's just a matter of visiting the website and then clicking on to the tour. And prospective students and parents are able to actually walk through our campus. It is a walking tour, so they are directed through campus with an arrow. They're also able to move in and out of locations on the virtual tour. For instance, the walking tour may start in the A building. However, if a student is interested in fine arts, they could click onto F building and they would be placed into the F building. The primary location there is the auditorium. We have a narrator, an avatar, if you will, who is a student. She is dressed in NCCC t-shirt, and she actually walks that student through the F building. She explains what programs are offered in that building and encourages the student to continue throughout campus and visit. The tour also has links to our website, which is very important because if a student hears information about an academic program that the avatar is presenting, they can actually click onto that academic program and get pertinent information.
Very interesting, very interesting. It would seem that you would get large numbers of people certainly to view that virtual college tour, or college campus tour. Would again, the reach out to them would be made available, getting their website address or email address or their home address to send them more materials, or to even call them and ask them if you could give them any more information or if they would like a personal tour.
Yes. Well, at the beginning of this virtual tour, there is a form that they fill out, an electronic form that they fill out, and it provides their name and address, email, and telephone number, and it also gives them the opportunity to ask for more information so that we can contact them immediately. We also are rolling out the tour first to our internal college community by way of demonstration to faculty, staff, and students. We expect to roll out the tour to the general public February 2nd, and once that's done, we will also be doing promoting. So we have a marketing plan to promote the virtual tour. We'll do that through e-blast and through postcard, and of course through our general recruitment tour.
Now, in doing this, I think because it's so new, there's a lot of excitement about that with the administration, certainly with the staff. If you had a future view of this and decided that as it's developed, you might want to make some changes, you have that ability to do that, I would take it.
Absolutely. Right now, as it exists, it offers a walking tour of the campus. It offers 360 panoramic views of each of the tour stops. There are 20 stops altogether. In addition, there are supplemental photographs and videos for each tour stop. At any given time, we can change the photographs, we can change the videos, we can add more if we'd like, we can add more links. We have the autonomy to update the tour as need be. Should we add a program or should we, deactivate a program? We're able to alter the tour so that it is in real time.
That sounds really great. You have some upcoming recruitment events we'd like to talk about, and I'm going to ask you about those, and you could describe them. I think the first one you have is a health science event on March 12th.
Yes, we do Health Sciences Information Night twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring. And what we do is we invite those individuals who are interested in entering allied health fields into our information night. We have faculty available to talk to them about each of our programs. They talk to them about the eligibility requirements for admission, the educational requirements, and very importantly, the job prospects once they graduate. That will be offered on March 12th, and it goes from 6 to 8 p.m., and it's in the C building.
Well, that'd certainly be interesting, and certainly with all the jobs available in the health area, that would be a great place for people who are really want to seek that as an educational tool. I just know that future-wise, we just had John Slenker on from the New York State Labor Department, and he talks about that occupational area, that career area, as a growing field. And
absolutely.
so that would be a great program for parents and future students to come in and learn more about. The Niagara certainly Falls Culinary Institute is going to have an event on March 18th.
They are. They too will have an open house for their program area. They have 2 open houses a year. On March 18th, they'll be doing their spring open house. So again, faculty will be there available to talk to students, and it's a state-of-the-art facility. And if folks have not been there, they certainly ought to go see it. It's an amazing place. Their open house is a little different in that they actually operate the labs during open house. So visitors will be able to see students performing what they do in the classroom. So they will be doing that on March 18th from 6 till 8 p.m.
The Culinary Institute is such a fantastic addition to Niagara County Community College, and it has developed, I'm sure you're very happy with the admissions, because it started out, I wouldn't say quietly, it started out reasonably to affect a good transition from the campus to that facility. So instead of having 300 or 400 people there, it was purposely done to take in a smaller amount to be able to build certainly their acquaintanceship with the program and with the facility. Now it's growing very, very fast, correct?
Oh, absolutely, by leaps and bounds. And we have folks seeking us out now, which is nice, because you know, when you open something new, you have to promote yourself. And then once you see that you have come to the point where people are seeking you out, then you know that you've done your promoting well, and that people are anxious to come and see us. And enrollment is growing, as you mentioned. I should also mention that the virtual tour that we talked about a little bit earlier, we have a separate virtual tour for Niagara Falls Culinary Institute. It's set up in exactly the same way, but it focuses on the Culinary Institute. So if people are coming from a distance, this is an ideal way for them to visit us without actually setting foot on the property.
Which is just really, really great. And then on March 26th, you have a comeback event.
We do, and that's the event that we first started talking about. That's for students who have started their education at NCCC, have stopped out, but want to return. So we're going to hold that event on March 26th, and that again will be a 4 till 7 p.m. event.
Which is certainly very interesting. And then come April, I believe it's 16th?
Yes.
And that's a typical open house at the main campus.
Yes, that is our main campus open house. It is a full campus open house. And what I mean by that is that students are able to experience classroom areas, clinical and lab areas. They'll be able to talk directly with faculty. All enrollment services are available to them that evening. We have a very good turnout for our open houses. It's usually at least 500 and up to 700 people come for our open houses.
And all these events are on your website, correct? Again,
yes.
So that people can get more information. Let's have that website again and phone number.
Absolutely. It's www.niagaracc.suny.edu. And the main campus phone number is 716-614-6222.
And I've saved for last the great event, this overnight event. It's called the Niagara County Community College Overnight Experience on July 14th and 15th, I believe,
yes.
in 2015.
That's correct. That's correct. We always plan a year ahead of time. Last year we had 54 students attend and register that event. So that's a lot of students who you didn't have before. So it's definitely a great impact on enrollment. And, you know, it's nice to actually make connections for for students from out of the area. Parents certainly appreciate the opportunity for their students to come here, for them to come here for the overnight themselves, to see that we are a safe campus, that we are a friendly, student-centered campus, and this is where they want their students to be.
Now, with the addition of this type of housing, and I know you have this for culinary also, culinary now, I believe, has 70 slots in downtown Niagara Falls for residence hall, correct?
That is correct, yes.
And so that's another experience for students to be able to be close to the Culinary Institute's activities and classes.
Yes, it's ideal, actually. It's just a few steps away from the Culinary Institute, and students reside right where they are going to school. We're able, as a community college, to offer a full college experience for our students, whether that be at NFCI or here on our main campus. Here on campus, our student housing is, they're arranged by suites. So they have a common living area, full kitchen, and private bedrooms. At NFCI, they have double bedrooms, and they have access to a kitchen area, and all of the conveniences that they need to be comfortable and sufficient while that they are experiencing the NFCI education.
If in the closing moments of our program, Kathy, what would you suggest would be the one thing that you as a goal would like to accomplish, let's say in this coming year, with the admissions department?
Well, we would love to have a positive impact on our enrollment. You know, when we started this segment, we mentioned how difficult it is right now for local area colleges to fulfill their enrollment goals. We're trying innovative, creative ways to meet our goals. And if we can do that, I would just be ecstatic. It's very hard work in this day and age with the decreasing demographic in students, but it's still fun work. I've been doing it a long time, 10 years now. I love it. I love working with students. I love working with local students and students throughout the state. I think that we have a lot to offer here at NCCC. Once they get here, they realize that, and truthfully, a lot of them never want to leave even after they graduate. So that's when you know you've done your job.
Well, Kathy, I've certainly appreciate you coming in today to talk about the admissions department and all the great activities that you are providing for future students. I'm very interested in the virtual tour, both of the fairs, the college fairs, and of the actual campus. I think those are sensational and great additions to the admissions program that will entice students to come here. So thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you to our listening audience for tuning in to hear our guest, Kathy Saunders, the Director of Admissions at Niagara County Community College, talk about the activities that are being done to really increase the amount of students here at Niagara County Community College. I want to thank you for tuning in and look forward to seeing you again soon on Target Success.